Don't be any mobs down here. Don't be any mobs down here. Don't be any mobs down here. Let me just use my telescope real quick. How is that not triggered?
Today on Wild Kingdom with Metallic.
Hey guys, Metallic here. In this episode, we're going to be exploring the desert and building a fishing dock. But right now, we're going to document this drowned as he explores his natural environment. As you can see, this drowned has a tendency to stick around my sugarcane farm. And one thing he does not know is that there's someone that protects it and will kill anyone that messes with it. Get dead. So yeah, what I was saying was we are going to explore the desert and find some dry grass and cactus flowers and all the new stuff that they added with the new update. And then we're also going to use those materials to construct a fishing dock that is going to go right over here where the sugarcane farm is, which also means that we're gonna have to move this, which is fine. But on top of that, I do want to show you something I did off camera. So let me go inside the house because sunset is nearing. So what I did off camera was I enchanted my diamond pickaxe with the mending and fortune from the villagers in the trading hall. And also, I re-rolled with the enchantment table on my boots. And, well, the Feather Falling 3 guy is out of business because we got Feather Falling 4, baby. So, really happy that we got that. And also the fire protection helps out with lava if we end up touching that, and also the nether adventures that we're going to go on. So this helps out a lot. So now that we got the new and improved pickaxe, I think we want to go and put it to use and go on a little bit of a mining trip. And then after, we're going to find a desert if we can, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, I found a pretty decent cave, like literally, like basically right next to my base. You can see the spruce trees over there. Make this jump. Yeah, not only does one heart, which is pretty awesome. Here we go. Get your goofy booty out of here. So from this cave adventure, I only got your basic resources like iron, copper, and coal and all that. But I did end up running into some amethyst geodes, which one of them I actually ended up mining into. Also, now that I have Fortune 3, I get an insane amount of crystals just from one. The only thing is, when I mined into the second geode, I ended up running into a few friends. And like I was saying earlier, the fortune really helped out because I ended up getting 36 crystals in total. Alright, let's get out of here and I'll show you guys the haul of stuff that I got from this mining trip. Okay guys, so I made it out of the cave and I got a decent amount of resources from that with the Fortune 3. I got almost 3 stacks of iron, just over about a stack of copper, and 3 stacks of coal. So I got a decent amount. I just didn't find a deep enough cave to get diamonds. So we're gonna saddle up and get prepared to go on this desert adventure. And also, I'm not sure if you noticed, I'm actually all dressed to go out and explore the desert. And hey, there's a wonder trader over there. I'll go check that out in a second. But yeah, I got my fit on, and all we need to do now is just grab maybe like a golden apple or two, and we're gonna get going. But first, let me go check out this wandering trader and see what he sells. Maybe he can sell us the grass? No? Okay. Didn't help us out at all. Yeah, like always. Bye! Alright, so I'm just gonna deposit all the things I got from the cave adventure, and I will make a few golden apples to get prepared for this desert adventure. Okay guys, so now that we have all the golden apples and everything, I think we're ready to go on this desert exploration. So let's get to it. Now I was riding on my horse for a while, but I kinda ran into an issue. And well, you'll see. So yeah, I had to improvise. The solution may be horrible, but you know, it works. I found a sea temple and it wasn't too far off from the shore I just came off from. It looks like we just came across a little bit of a cherry blossom biome. So let's go retrieve those saplings and cross that off our list. Okay, so now that we're done retrieving these cherry blossom trees, I'm gonna keep on going until we run into this great desert that has our dry grass that we need to build this darn fishing dock, which I think you guys will really like the design of. So after traveling a few minutes in the forest, I ended up making my way to a village that had a blacksmith in it. And well, the loot was kind of disappointing. So in retaliation, I stole their bell. Look what I found upon the horizon. Another village. It had a blacksmith, but once again, it had no good loot. I'm still going here, but look what I came across. Look at this awesome mountain range. Looks so freaking cool. I'm sure that there's a deep, dark, or even an ancient city below there. But we'll keep this in mind for later adventures and explorations. But right now, we have to focus on getting this desert out of the way. So let's keep on going. I just came across a pale garden. This is insane. And there's a jungle over there, a spruce forest. I can see a lush cave or an azalea tree over there. So that means a lush cave's underneath. Dude, this is like an insane amount of biomes, like all close and cluttered together. Okay, I'm gonna go mine up some of this pale wood and then we're gonna keep on going. And as you can see, we just made our way from the pale garden over there and we're into the jungle now. And now that we're here, I want to collect some bamboo because this is actually one of the things that I needed for the fishing dock. So I'm gonna gather this up and again, we're gonna keep on moving. I know you guys are probably bored of me riding on this horse, so I'm just gonna cut to where I find the desert. So I see you guys on the other side. Okay guys, so we actually finally got a mesa and desert biome here. So we're going to explore this and get all the dry grass, and it just hit me that I don't have iron. I need shears to pick up that, and I don't have iron. So now I have to go go on a mining trip to get the grass. So yeah, well, you can see the cactus flower here. I think you can pick this up. Actually, just by hand. You can pick these up by hand. So I'm just gonna get a few cacti. Let's see, can you actually? No, yeah. So I thought. So yeah, I'm gonna have to grab some shears from some sort of mine or something. Oh, like that. Yeah, that works. Alright, I see you guys in a little bit once I get these shears, and we're gonna keep on exploring this area and getting all the dry grass and everything that we need. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I just came back out from the cave and literally a camel just spawned right next to the horse. That's pretty cool. I like that they can spawn naturally now and just not in villages. It makes the atmosphere in the desert a little bit more alive. Okay, I'm gonna get the bed down and we're gonna go to sleep and get this iron cooking And finally, we're going to get all the shrubs and everything that we need to make this fishing dock a real thing. So let's do this. Okay, so we crafted up the shears, and now we can collect all the dry grass that we need to make this build. And as stupid as this adventure is just to get dry grass, it's definitely worth it because dry grass will add so much more, like, atmosphere and make this place feel more alive. When you guys see what I'm talking about when I start building this thing, you'll really start to understand what I mean. Also, I might as well grab a few dead bushes, because you never know if I may end up using them in the future. Okay, so now that we're all done collecting all those items, I think we're just going to explore the desert a little bit and see if we can find possibly a desert temple or something like that. Just 2 seconds, we literally just ran across this village here. So let's go check it out. Get a blacksmith. Got anything good this time? Okay, actually, that is kind of good. I do need that and an extra saddle. That would be nice. There is some hay bales here that I can collect. Where'd the Stanford go? He's gone. This guy just hates me, huh? There he is. Okay, I'm just gonna put on my lead, and we're gonna collect all these hay bales and keep on moving. Okay, this gotta be something really rare. There is a mine shaft inside of this village, and there's a house down there. I'm checking this out. There's no way. This is a freaking crazy world generation. Now, how do I get out of here? So now that we're out of that pit, we're gonna keep on going and seeing if we can find a desert temple. Actually, it may not seem like we could find one. I'm not sure. By the looks of things, it kind of seems like the desert kind of ends and just turns into a giant mesa. Okay, we seem to run across a little bit of another portal here. It also looks like there's a village off in the distance too. So let's go see what's inside of the chest. Holy crap. Wow. I can't believe we just found that. Enchanted golden apple. I did not expect to find that today. That's awesome. So I guess we're gonna be able to survive lava now. Once we eat this, it'll give us fire resistance, and if we get in any lava situations, then we can just eat the golden apple and we'll survive. So I guess the nether now is going to be less of a task than usual, because now we have the golden apple. So that's a huge W. Let me just grab this golden block, and we're going to explore that village over there. So it doesn't seem like there's much in here. It just seems like a normal average village. It does have more hay bales, which I will take. Alright, I'm just gonna get these, and I think we're just gonna end it here with just a little exploration. We didn't find a desert temple, which I'm fine with, but we got the enchanted golden apple, so that's definitely a satisfied exploration in my books. So we're gonna gather these hay bales behind me, and then we're gonna start going back home. We mined up all of the hay bales, and we ended up getting almost a stack and a half now in total. So that's pretty crazy. Now that we're done all that business, we're gonna finally start to head home. I just want to peek over here just real quick, just in case. Of that. There's no way. Oh my god. I'm telling you guys, this is not like set up. I swear I just like ran into this. And there's another village over there. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy on a leash real quick. Okay, let's drop in. Don't be any mobs down here. Don't be any mobs down here. Don't be any mobs down here. Let me just use my telescope real quick. How is that not triggered? I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore. I'm actually really scared now. Okay, I have a plan. It involves a really long hallway. This is nerve-wracking. Okay, we got diamond horse armor for Stanford. That's great. More bones. Not what we want right now. Cautiously open the chest. Aqua Affinity. Don't want that. More gunpowder. Nice. Okay, more bones. Gunpowder. Diamond. Oh my god. And trims. Awesome. These are rare. Super rare. Well, not super, super rare, but you know what I mean. Okay. Now I'm gonna do something really dangerous. We're good. Dude. I thought that was it, dude. Like, straight up. I thought that was it. I don't know how lucky we are right now, but we're definitely, like, up there. Because I don't know how that block did not activate the TNT. Oh my god. That was way too close. Okay, let's get out of this place. I do know there is another chamber down here, right below, where it's for suspicious sand, but I don't have copper, and I'm not about to do a whole entire thing again. Where I'm just exploring and all that, and there's a husk. Okay, let's go. Alright, let's get these hay bales. We're probably gonna be like, we're gonna be stacked on hay bales for a long time. Because we're probably gonna get 2 stacks now. From the amount of hay bales that it looks like there's here. And also Stanford is literally having a stroke. I don't know what the hell's going on. Bro is just jumping up and down. I think he had too much caffeine. Oh, there's a little... There's two! Two calico cats. Alright, well it doesn't seem like there's any more hay bales. So I think it's finally time to make our way out of here. Alright, let's go, Stanford. Oh, you guys, by the way, if you're wondering where the other golden apples are, they're in Stanford's stomach. Because I literally fed him the golden apples by accident. Well, except one time, because I actually did need it for health, but yeah, 3 golden apples down the drain, basically. But you know, I got a diamond horse armor from the desert temple, so now he shouldn't take as much damage. And anyway, let's go finally head our way home. I know it may be short for you guys, but this is actually like a 35-minute trip all the way home. So, yeah, I'll see you guys there. What do you know? I found another ruined portal. The loot was okay compared to the other one where I got the notch apple, but I did get suck touched on this pickaxe, so that will come in use a little bit later. Okay, so I may have found a ruined portal underwater, but there was a huge issue and I didn't even notice it. I had the lead still connected to Stanford, and he was underwater! I don't even know how I did that by accident, but we ended up making it out of the water with no damage taken, so everything's alright. Now, one thing about this trip that's pretty crazy is that I ended up running into 3 sea temples. The first 2 were pretty near each other. And the last sea temple that I found was actually the same one that we ran about in the beginning of our voyage. Now let's dream our way home. We finally made it, guys, through this really long journey with all of the desert goodies. And now that we're here, we can finally start construction on the fishing dock, or fishing pier. We're really lucky to have gotten that notch apple, aka enchanted golden apple. Really lucky on getting that. Coming home, I found this abandoned obsidian portal, whatever you want to call those guys. I found a silk touch pickaxe, and I'm gonna use that for a few things. I mean, if I need it in the future, until we get the silk touch on another pickaxe. But now we can say hi to our little LA friend. Hey, buddy. Why don't you guys leave a comment down below to name our little LA friend? And maybe we'll even make a house for him in the next episode. Okay, well, I'm gonna deposit all my stuff, and then I'm gonna go grab all of the resources that we are going to need to construct this fishing dock / pier thing. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so now that we're done depositing all the stuff that we got from the adventure, I'm going to clear out this little area over here because I realize this is kind of blocking the view of the villager trading hall. And I want to pick up these beehives, but okay, good. I wanted to make sure the pickaxe actually picked up the hive. Okay. So now we got all the bee nests. Chop these trees down, and then we'll have a better view of the villager trading hall. Now that this is out of the way, let me start construction, or actually, let me grab the resources so we can start construction on this build. Okay guys, so now that I got all the resources, I sadly have to move the whole entire farm area that I have somewhere. We'll figure it out later, but right now, we have to destroy all of the farmland. So, let's get to it. Did you really think I was gonna do it that way? Yeah? No. I'm just gonna dig it up. Okay guys, so now that we got rid of all the farmland, I'm gonna dig up a little bit of sand because we're gonna turn this side of the river into a bit of a sandy bay area, which is gonna be pretty cool. And it's gonna look really nice with the fishing dock and everything. So, let's get to it. Okay, I got a chest here just to put some extra resources I don't need right now away. And we're gonna start on making this little beach bay area. So let's get to it, guys. Okay guys, and we finally finished the beach. It looks amazing. We got this little pathway leading up to here, and I also got these little things where the torch is under the ground, and we put the moss copper on top, and it completely conceals it, and you don't have to look at this kind of torch spam mess. And then I also have a few like leaves on the floor to make the path a little bit more smoother. And you can see why I was saying why the dry grass is such an important key to this beach, because it adds so much more detail and atmosphere to the build in this beach. It makes it feel like real. And also I added these little dead bushes, and then I also found a use for the firefly bushes to use them almost like cattails, and maybe I actually will add my own custom ones with some glass panes and torches, or candles actually. I can actually show a demonstration of that when we start building the dock. But I added a little tiny island over here to display some more. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get to show you guys that, but maybe sometime in the future. Anyway, let's get back onto the video. Firefly bushes, and I also got some towels laid out here. It looks really awesome. So if you're also wondering how I'm going to light up the rest of the areas, I'm gonna duplicate this design for the tiki torch, and this is where I'm going to actually build the dock, and it's gonna stretch out all the way right when it dips out into the lake right there, and then there'll be a little hut slash house thing right about here. So I can't wait for you guys to see it, and let's start construction right now. One thing you're gonna see me use a lot is the campfires, which makes the bridge look a little bit more broken up and falling apart almost. Look up on the top left corner of the screen. We're gonna hit day 200. I guess most of the time past today was just me adventuring for like 10 days, so yeah, I guess it makes sense how I've already survived that long. You can see me here constructing a little bit of a shack connecting to the dock. Later while I'm touring this, I end up having a huge brain fart and completely forget what to call the shack. How do I even do that? as you can see, we have finished the fishing dock pier. It looks freaking awesome. The beach blends in so well with the grass and everything. And then as we go up to the dock, you have like a few windows and a little bit of storage for to put your fish in or any extra fishing rods. And then this little armor stand here is just holding the fishing rod so you can just snag it and then you can start going fishing. So yeah, I think this little armor stand thing is pretty neat. So we'll put that back. And then if we come over here on this side of the dock, you got the little fishing hut cabin thing. Just in case we're just fishing for like a super long time, I can just come in here. If I need to put a few things away, you know, have this chest and need to go sleep, I can do that. And then also I have a docking bay for my boat for when I go on my sea adventures. So yeah, I think this fishing dock came out amazing, and I hope you guys are inspired by what I have built. I am super proud of what I've made, and all of this somehow just came from my head, so I'm very happy of what I came up with. And I'm just gonna go in depth into the build real quick. I know I already showed off the build, but there is like some small details like how the strip spruce logs mimic the water level. So right now, if this was real life, it would be low tide and the water level is a little bit lower. That's a really cool detail that it did. And also, I made the dock, you know, kind of falling apart. I didn't want it to make it too simple and just have it all spruce slabs. So I made sure I had, you know, signs on all the sides and everything. I wanted to keep everything as detailed as possible and have all those spots filled in. You can see on this little corner here, it's kind of falling apart and there's no like railing on this side, you know, so I have a lot of detail in here. So I just wanted to show you that because I know a lot of people could probably just like completely miss it and not like see the touch of detail that I actually put into this. So I'm really happy how this came out, and let's actually move on to planning our next project that we will do in the next episode. Oh yeah, and one last thing, what's really cool at night is that all the firefly bushes let out all the fireflies and they fly around, and they also give off a little bit of a sound effect once in a while, like a little buzzing noise. Oh yeah, you hear it? But yeah, these firefly bushes give so much more atmosphere to this build, and it just makes it feel so much more alive. But anyways, let's actually start talking about what I said earlier, how we're going to start planning our next build for next episode. So I had an idea. Since we kind of destroyed our farm, we obviously have to find a new place to put it. So my idea was that we actually extend the river a little bit and we bring it all the way over here. Keep on going, maybe make a little bridge here so you can have a pathway leading up, and we make the river continue to go all the way over here and make a little pond about yay big. Hey, I'm talking here. Stop interrupting me. And also with this pond, I will make like a little building or a little shack to have a watermill on the side, and then you have the crop fields around the pond and the sugar cane and everything, and I think it will come out really, really cool. And also, I wanted to implement a few trees, I think, in the fields, so I could add some bees so they could pollinate all of the crops. But not only that, I do want to, right now, make a temporary little bit of a sugarcane farm so that I can get some paper and do a little bit of trading, because I want to try to get my armor just a little bit more geared up before we end this episode. Okay, so we finished up all of the sugarcane farm. Now, eventually we will obviously get a automatic sugarcane farm. That'll be a little bit down the line because obviously we would have to get, you know, quartz, and then we have to go to the nether and this and that, which the nether actually would be pretty soon. I'll be going there in maybe 2 episodes from now, 2 or 3 maybe, depending on what we want to get done. But right now, I'm just going to kill a few skeletons, get some bone meal, and then we're going to get as much sugarcane as we can. So let's start a little bit of a skeleton killing montage. Well, I only got 22 bones, which is not too much, but it'll have to do. So let's see how much bone meal I get out of this. Alright, 66, that's not bad. Okay, well, we're gonna trade up with the villager in just a second. I'm just gonna gather all the sugarcane, and I'll see you guys just a bit. Okay, so we got 3.5 stacks of paper, so let's see how many emeralds we get out of this. I'm gonna trade with the mending guy. I want to get him leveled up as much as I can. Okay, so we got 9 emeralds. So let's see how many we got now. 17, okay. I don't think we can do much for the armor at this point, but I can get mending for the sword. I think that's what I probably want to do. So I'm gonna do that. Grab one of these books and buy the mending book. Thank you, buddy. Alright, so I'll put that on there. Alright, there we go. Now the other thing I want on this would probably be like maybe fire aspect and unbreaking. Okay guys, so I think we're finally going to end the episode here. We did an awesome beach / fishing pier build. I think it came out great. And I'm super excited to start on the farmland area that we're going to do all the way back over here. So with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.